have. Oops. I think I set my toggle wrong. Alright. So we've got Snetch as Archimedes is the civilized, and Daffy being representing the ASR. Looks like we're starting out with farms. The map Snetch has got certainly in terms of first expansions, I like this a bit better for Daffy than for Snetch. Snetch is going to have kind of an awkward first expansion in my opinion. We'll see if that matters. We've got the Boartown militia here being attacked by the Badger Brothers. So far we're opening up with all farms. Daffy bringing toads. It'd be fun to see those get some good use. I got destroyed by some toads by Roman. One of my matches. While Snetch bringing Squizzard. Both players have falcons and chameleons. And then the difference is Snetch's snake. And then obviously the tier 3s. So, see how these play out. Snetch starting with lizards, while Daffy's starting with the squirrels. Oh, what? Fix my audio a little bit. Sorry about that, guys. Hey, welcome, Premium Bow. Tonight on the schedule, let me check real fast. So I should be casting. So we've got next match is you Premium versus Juvela, and then we got Fleur and Trumpet. And meanwhile, it looks like Daffy is starting to advance a little bit with these squirrels. He's got the tier 1 advantage with these toads. These toads, if he gets enough of them, can do really well against these pure lizards from Snetch. Meanwhile, Snetch is going for tech. Put down some falcons while Daffy expands. Snetch working in some squirrels now. Looks like he's gonna go for a little poke. While Daffy's building it up into camps. So we'll see how it plays out here. Oh, and Daffy going up to the boar. While Snetch finally goes out to grab his expansion. So Daffy's going to have a little bit of an economy advantage here. While Snetch has a bit of the army lead. It looked like Snetch just immediately went in and scouted that boar. And we'll see what he does in response. Get some more falcons. Boar is complete, a little bit supply blocked. See if Daffy sells down to get it building. Just gonna wait. Boar's up. Well, not up. Boar's getting built. So, looking at the armies, in terms of tier 1, Snetch has sold off some of his lizards to get a little bit more squirrels. Good choice against these toads. Daffy's got a little bit more tier 1. Snetch has a lot more tier 2 though. And then Daffy, the only one building the tier 3 right now. He's trying to build up, getting some more toads and some more squirrels. While Snetch trying to finally even out on economy. Let's see how long. Yeah, Daffy enjoyed a bit of a lead right there between kind of 3 and 5 minutes in farms. And And with the boar out, Daffy looks like he's ready to move in. Just wiping out all that tier 1 while the squirrels clean up. Although there's, oh, poison gets the boar. But I think Daffy's done enough damage with it. We'll see what he wants to do here. Moving in to get these pigs on the expansion. But these units are going to get caught out a little bit. Lizards coming in for Snetch, doing some work. And back home, Daffy's supply blocked everywhere. Snetch is a little supply blocked in Falcons, but wants to try and come in here. See if he can get some counterattack done. Maybe thinks better of it. Snetch took a huge, in fact, farm's fallowing, now he's starving. Army value. Really good trade there from Daffy, although we've kind of equalized now. So Snetch has got to get something done now. It's like the Falcons finally go down from these squirrels. And Snetch just has no food to rebuild his army. He's not starving. Where did he get his farm down? Right there in the corner. No longer starving, but no army to defend himself, and Daffy's going to come in here and I think finish things off. Looks like it's going to be critical damage. And there goes round 1. So let's update the score here for Daffy. Still, okay, I'll turn the music sound down a little bit further. And I think that's all I need to do. Okay. So round 1 to Daffy. Let's see how round 2 goes. Oh, I need to get used to this hotkey. Gotta switch it before the game comes up. Anyway, Daffy this time changing things up a little bit. Dropped squirrels for barbed wire. I think that's the only change for Daffy. While Snetch, who's over here in the northeast, changed the squirrels for moles and dropped chameleons for a balloon. So we'll see how this plays out. Looks like we're starting out just with farms from both players as they get around and explore the map. In terms of the map, this one, in my opinion, is a little bit more balanced. This campfire is probably going to ward off some early game aggression, since there's not a great path between either base without it. And Snetch looks like he wants to, very forward warren placement, looks like he wants to maybe just claim this high ground warren and have his units there. High ground mill, excuse me. And both players starting off with lizards here today. In fact, I didn't notice this. Both had squirrels last game. Neither has squirrels this game. Interesting. So Snetch keeping these lizards up on the high ground, maybe just defensive if he knows that Daffy has to come up that way. Meanwhile, Daffy going for his own expansion, and it looks like he's going to run these lizards around the long way. Just avoids getting seen there by the commander, and looks like he's going to get a pig. Sticks around for 2, but that's going to cost him most of those lizards. And I think some reinforcements came in and got sniped by that campfire. So Daffy trading a bunch of lizards for a couple farms. So we'll see how that trade works out for him in the long run. Meanwhile, building up to more lizards, and both players going up to 15 lizards. And the difference right now, well, it's one of these two farms Daffy got. Snetch is choosing to build on the new mill before he rebuilds the original farms. Looks like Daffy's going to come in against this campfire. While Snetch going up into snakes. Interesting choice with all the lizards on the map. I'm not really one to criticize, but I don't know that those snakes are going to do much. Maybe he was just predicting that the boar was coming down, because now the boar, and I think he scouted that, right? Yeah, good scout there from Snetch. Gets in, sees the boar warren, but Daffy in response sells it off, just going pure lizard, which is going to be really good against this comp from Snetch, I think. So we'll see if he's able to catch Snetch by surprise. Snetch building some forward moles. Looks like he's gonna try and punish what he thinks is all this food being stuck in a boar warren. But that's not where the food is. Daffy's ready for him. Those lizards getting right on top of the snakes. Very good mind games there from Daffy. Nice fake out. Catching Snetch off guard with all these lizards. Gonna lose a little bit retreating back through the water, but he's got the numbers here to hold this off. And Snetch opting to keep the snakes, which once again I think is a mistake against lizards. Desperately trying to save the snake. Daffy targets it down. And it looks like Daffy is going up to 2-0. Good game. So let's get some more replays here. We've got round 3, Daffy versus Snetch. And this time Snetch trading the moles for toads and bringing mines, while Daffy, I want to say this is the same deck he brought last game. Got lizards, toads, falcons, chameleons, boar, and barbed wire. See what's going on. Daffy staying out there, maybe trying to make Snetch think he had moles or something. But it looks like we're just going into farms here. Both players scouting around the map. In terms of the map, both players, I think, have got to be happy about their first expansion. If Daffy's able to control this forward mill, if this goes really long, well, I was going to say he'd have access to more mills, but that puts him at 4 mills to 4. It'd be even, but he does get this campfire. So if Daffy can control this high ground mill, it will be very difficult for Snetch to expand there. But both players have a pretty safe natural they can expand to if they don't want to push into their opponent's territory. Snetch going straight in for the toads. Getting 2 lizard warrens, 2 toad warrens. While Daffy on pure lizards right now. both players just kind of feeling out this early game. Neither player wanting to be too aggressive just yet, but also neither player feels safe enough to expand. Just building up these big tier 1 armies. Daffy running around with these lizards. If he's seen the toads, I don't know that he would want to move in like this. But we'll see. And he goes home to build some of his own toads. And now we got our first expansion there from Daffy. Taking this forward mill, gonna put a lot of pressure on Snetch. Really, if Daffy controls this, he'll be able to control all this area around. Snetch is just gonna play it safe, stick back there with his natural, throw down a couple of mines. There's a couple of really small entrances there, and those get mined up. So if Daffy tries to run around with these lizards, they'll get got. And Snetch also going up for some tech. Selling out of some of his lizards and rebuilding some toads. Going into 4 chameleons, while Daffy still just going pure lizards and toads. So far, Snetch has taken 1 farm. Looks like Daffy's gonna go for the boar. So Snetch will enjoy a bit of an economy advantage here, but I don't think he knows about the boar. Yeah, hasn't scouted in a bit. And let's see what he wants to do. It's a point in the game, so with this tournament style, you know if your tournament's building a tier 3, which one they're building, right? They can only build one, so if he suspects a tier 3 to be coming at this point in the game, then he might start building his counters, but I don't... In his deck, I would have expected him to go for some more falcons. But he's just going to eco up. Huge economy lead right now compared to Daffy. And we'll see what he's able to do with that extra food. I think he did just get in now and scout the boar. So here come the falcons. But the boar is almost built. These falcons are going to be a day late and $1 short, I'm afraid. We'll see how it goes. Interesting here. I would have expected Daffy to move in as soon as the boar's built, but this barbed wire makes me think maybe he's going to turtle up. Maybe just going to use the boar as a deterrent. More falcons coming down here for Snetch. While Daffy is moving in. One falcon, it looks like 2 falcons are going to be out. And what's Daffy waiting for? Gonna grab this forward mill. It's like Daffy just wants to, just daring Snetch to come and attack him. Which might be the wrong play here, giving Snetch time to get these falcons up. If he pushed right away, I don't think Snetch was ready. But now, Snetch has a clear army lead. And had a long income lead for a while, although now it's Daffy who's taken the economy lead with more farms. So we'll see how it plays out. Daffy going into some of his own tier 2, building some chameleons and some falcons. Scouting around a little, stuck in the water there. Just wants to make sure that Daffy doesn't have any hidden expansion. And Daffy's just getting more and more falcons. Excuse me, Snetch. Getting more and more falcons. Whereas Daffy opted for more chameleons. So Daffy's going to get 4 cams and 2 falcons. So we'll see here as we tick closer to 10 minutes. The second base is going to start to fallow for Snetch, while Daffy's already onto his 3rd mill, and he's got easy access to 2 more and a campfire. And really, with this mill, he's really cut off access to any expansion, any 3rd mill that Snetch would want to take right now. So it looks like Daffy's happy to just play the starvation game, force Snetch to engage into him. And Snetch is getting a lot of falcons, so we'll see when he feels confident enough in his falcon count to move in. Daffy just grabbing this mill. I think above all else, he just wants to know that Snetch can't, or he'll know when Snetch does take an expansion. Throwing down some barbed wire, but it gets caught by these lizards. Some of it does. Say some of the barbed wire. Daffy definitely wants to force the engagement here. But there's a lot of falcons on the board for Snetch. Toad connection's going down. 4 goes down. Falcons are all still up. Well, all 6 falcons are still up. A lot of falcons in the air. Although Snetch, a bit of a mistake there, I feel like. Really wanted to focus down that mill, but allowed Daffy to get some reinforcements in. So a bit of a draw there, in my opinion, in this fight, but a draw goes in Daffy's favor because he has all the mills, and we started to fallow on this second mill from Snetch. So see how he rebuilds. He's keeping these mines, which I don't know they're going to do a lot for him. Let's come in with these lizards and toads, but Daffy's just got too much left. And really, Daffy doesn't see any need to come into these mines. Just happy to sit back and let Snetch starve. Sold his Boar Warren, I should say, and now he moves in. The rest of his army is all rebuilt. And it looks like we're going to see a decisive decisive 3-0 victory here for Daffy. Snetch hanging on with his last couple of falcons. But just too much from Daffy this match. Good games. So, 3-0 to Daffy. And next match, we're going to have Premium versus Juvela. And let me check what this is. This is Premium attacking Juvela. So Premium is it's Premium Wolf. Got the wolves attacking into Kasha, and the weight for this is 1024. And all right, I think my scoreboard's ready. So let's jump in. So we've got, oh, and they were kind enough to keep the same colors for me. That was lucky. All right, so we got Premium Bow with Archimedes here in the southeast, and, well, maybe east, southeast. And in the west, we've got Juvela, Evela, I don't know. So with Kasha, so we got Kasha, Balloons, Snakes, Chameleons, and Squizzard. Premium Bow, also going with Squizzard, and Moles, Chameleons, Woof, and Balloon. Both players bringing the Balloon. I think Premium Bow wants that structure against Kasha, and I don't think so. Vela knows something's up with the farms here, but I don't think these moles have been scouted. Oh, but Premium sells them off. Isn't able to get into that pig in time. Coming home, putting down a warren and a couple farms. Vela gets a warren of his own. So, have a look at the map. I would say both players seem to have relatively easy and safe first expansions. Juvela's first expansion is really well protected. Well, I say first. Don't know what they'll take for their first expansion. But they're natural. Possible to get to without going through the first base. Whereas Premium, it's going to be a little exposed here, relatively speaking, but nothing too out of the ordinary. Plenty close to his base, easy to reinforce. Vela's moving in with these lizards, and catches a good timing there with the commander away. Gets one pig, but in exchange for how many lizards? So probably about an even, in terms of food value, maybe an even trade, but get some timing advantage for the time that farm's not farming. Going into some snakes is Vela and Premium Bow. Sticking with Squizzard. Premium Bow catching these lizards a little bit out, taking this mill for some tanking and healing. And is catching Vela at an awkward time. It's two pigs with that attack, but the snake's out. Just gets the sell on that mill, and gonna come home and expand. So nice little play there from Premium. Both players have sniped a couple farms. Well, Javela got one of Premium's, and he returned the favor with two. And both players going into their expansion now. And Premium answering with cams. So with I've had success with snakes against chameleons, but with good micro, if you can get the chameleons onto the snakes, they're a decent counter. But maybe Premium's just counting on all these lizards to handle the snakes, while his chameleons handle everything else. So we'll see here. What have we got on Army Cow? Oh, and Premium sold out of the chameleons. Just going lizards. It's like both players kind of stabilizing here. Starting to eco up in their second mill. Building up their armies. Both players real heavy on Squizzard, but Vela with the tech advantage with these snakes. And Premium coming back for more. And at a good time, moves in right now. Vela just sold and rebought a lot of warrens. Really put a good timing there from Premium. Catching Javela at the perfect moment. Very nice play. So, oh, I need to turn off the... So we got 1-0 to Premium Bow. Catching a really good timing there with that attack. So we move into round 2. Both players keeping the same commander, and I think we got the same decks as well. So, see how this plays. And last match, Premium threatened a little bit of Lizard aggression, then sold out of it. See what he does this time. In terms of the map, Premium's definitely got easier access to mills for expanding than Juvela. But all the mills are kind of spread out after that kind of initial expansion. So we'll see what plays out here. Premium is going to throw down the Mole Warren. Juvela right there to see it. Got a squirrel coming, but the squirrel's going to be too late. Gets one hit off on the farm, forces to sell, and now Premium wants to come up here and get these Warrens before the squirrels build. One squirrel gets out, but now the moles are able to take care of it. Take down these Warrens. Really, really good mole play here from Premium to start off the match. Juvela building up these squirrels behind, but these moles getting a lot of work done in the early game. And Premium's gonna call that good enough, and Juvela taps. So the Mole Rush gets a quick 2-0 from Premium. Premium Pro. We move into match point for Premium Bow here. And no deck switches, so both players like their decks. Just gonna maybe alter their playstyle a little bit. Juvela not ready for those moles, the quick spawning of the moles. And I think, oh, I thought Premium Bow was gonna wait there to put some moles down in that corner. But instead, going home, building some farms. And Juvela gonna match. But Premium sold a farm and got some lizards. They're supply blocked, so he won't be, I mean they were, so they won't be rushing out immediately. But both players now going up to 8 farms. Juvela, I think, saw that missing farm. Gets home right away. It's another dangerously forward Warren. But this campfire might be enough to discourage Premium from attacking into it. We'll see. This map, I think both players have access to a lot of pretty easy and safe expansions. There's a little bit more of a divide between the mills. But if the first 2 matches are anything to go off of, we're probably not going to get to that point. And both players are going for a Squizzard, although Juvela with more Squid than Izzard, and Premium Bow balanced. Equal numbers of squirrels and lizards. Premium just denying the burrow. Both players with a bit of food here. Premium going for the cams. And Javela going for more squirrels. Taking out this campfire. And there's an opportunity here. Window. Premium sees it. Quick throws down some moles in defense. And Javela gonna take this fight here. And looks like pretty even trades. Maybe Premium gets the best of it there, as Javela had a little bit of kind of retreat going on. After a good hold there, Premium sells off some of the moles, and now he's got these cams out. Let's look at the army graph here. Yeah, even trades, but Premium just starting to eke out a slight army lead. But Javela's going to attack anyway. And with these cams out, cam goes down, gets one. The other cam is already on the way. And Javela sees the writing on the wall and taps out. So we've had two 3-0 matchups here. Good games. Good stuff. Good stuff from Premium Pro. And now we have Trumpet versus Fleur de Lis. And let me check our trusty Discord. So Fleur de Lis is part of the Badger Bros, attacking into my Owl Tribe, attacking Trumpet. And Fleur gets a 1-0 advantage against Trumpet. And Trumpet has a weight. Trumpet is heavy. Heavy boy. We got 1184 versus Trumpet. And I don't know. No, there were no moles in Game 3. Well, not a mole rush in Game 3. So I don't know who's responsible for this naming. But, I mean, come on, guys. Need some consistency here. So, we've got Fleur in the top and Trumpet. I've got to change. Oh, no. No color change needed. I think I missed Javela's color. I needed to switch her to red, right? My bad, guys. My bad. It's harder to notice the color mismatch with Dizon's fancy new overlay. All right, so we've got Trumpet here with in my Owl Tribe. Gotta root for my Owl Bros. Going for Squizzard, Chameleon, Snake, Owl, and Balloon. Well, our bully Badger Bros here with Fleur coming with Squirrel, Mole, Falcon, Chameleon, Snake, and Badger. And I think I forgot to mark on the scoreboard. Oh, I haven't reset the scoreboard. Fleur starts with a 1-0 lead for the level difference between Fleur and Trumpet. So we'll see how Trumpet does. Trumpet fresh off a great second place finish in the intermediate bracket from Mocha's tournament. Some really fun games to watch there. Both players starting out with their squirrels. In terms of the map, Trumpet definitely has closer mills to expand to. In fact, if it comes to a third expansion, Fleur is going to have a really hard time trying to take a third mill. Whereas Trumpet, it does have a bit of kind of map separation from this bottom mill, but I think he'll have an easier time defending it than Fleur would this third mill. There's a bit of gap between both players. So it looks like we're going towards more of a macro game. We'll see how it plays. Chameleon's coming down for Trumpet. Fleur sees that and is hanging around a little bit. Not sure what they want to do in response. Maybe trying to get a scout on what unit was popping out of that tier 2 Warren. Just going up, changing his mind, going for cams. And and some farms. Trumpet getting a slight economy lead, while they're falling behind on army, at least for the moment. Will eventually be ahead. Well, they will eventually be even. They've got the same exact composition right now, with 4 Squirrel Warrens and 1 Chameleon Warren. Just that little bit. Now going up to a 2-farm lead is Trumpet. While Fleur throws down the Badger, and Trumpet is gonna see that almost immediately. So we'll see what the response is here from Trumpet. Economy is the response. Throwing down a few more farms. Got a big economy lead now. And waiting for another tier 2, it looks like. Snakes. And another Snake Warren coming down for Trumpet. Fleur quickly sells and replaces that Warren, get the Badger building. And so we've got, what, about 40 seconds now till this Badger is coming out. And what's it gonna be? We're gonna have same cams. Fleur's got 3 extra squirrels. So the 3 extra squirrels plus the Badger against 4 snakes would be the difference from Trumpet. And where's the play? Right there. Kind of hidden from my view on the mill there. We've got the balloon coming up for Trumpet as well. And in comes some moles for some frontline tanking. Gonna soak up a lot of poison for not a lot of food. Good value. The moles. Trumpet trying to get, Fleur trying to get a little bit caught up there in farms. And we'll see what the play is. Fleur looks like thought better of the moles, selling them off to go for more chameleons, going up to 8 cams. While Trumpet is going to take this aggressive mill here. Good time to do it, as Fleur's going to wait for all these units to build. And Trumpet going for a lot of lizards and a few more cams. And we'll see what the play is here from Fleur and Trumpet. In terms of army value, Trumpet's taken a big lead. That early economy advantage really paying off. And Fleur, oh, just gonna take this campfire. I was wondering what sneaky business those chameleons were up to. Going after that cabin, trying to get caught up, and meanwhile, nice balloon here from Trumpet. Sees that campfire getting built. Oh, and I missed this cabin as well. So Fleur ended up coming down here to take this cabin. It's a little bit out of the way. Gonna be hard for Fleur to defend that, but at least know that Trumpet doesn't have it. Second balloon coming down here for Trumpet. And more chameleons coming out from Fleur. Gonna get up to 12 chameleons when all's said and done. But ready? Well, maybe not. Thinking about moving in. Thinking about moving in to take on. We got 3 balloons now and a lot of economy. Trumpet definitely wanted to take this to the long game. Take these lizards around. Oh, sees no farms there and maybe it holds them back. Nope. The lizards are kind of odd placement there with these lizards. A couple of them are going to attack that mill, and Fleur sees that the lizards are out of position, comes in to attack. And I wonder if that was a bait from Trumpet. Focuses down that Badger. Really good fight there from Trumpet, and Fleur just taps out. Nice play. Good play there from Trumpet. Had a pretty large army lead there going into that fight. And so now we're even at 1-1. And if I can find where these willy-nilly matches are, we've got Fleur up kind of in the north and down in exactly the south. Trumpet. Pretty balanced map, I would say, this time. Both players have pretty easy access to a pocket expansion. And then they'll just be, if either of them takes one of these, they'll just be right at each other's throats. Whoever is able to defend one of these mills will get the other. And some opportunity, I think this is really either player's game. If either of them wants to go for a ninja mill. And let's just see what they've scouted. So Fleur has scouted that kind of ninja expansion over there. Oops. But Trumpet has not. So Trumpet doesn't know it's out there. He's gonna come in here and get the scout. What's going on up here? But placing some very forward warrens is Trumpet. Going for double lizard. On 5 farms. Oh, I kind of missed that. 5 farm double. And he's got a couple lizards out in time to do a little damage. I think he's gonna get... Oh, not quite. Not quite able to get that corner pig. Maybe a little bit of misplacement of the lizards. Coming in for more. Really wants that pig. Gets the pig. Ends up trading 4 lizards for it. So, net loss of 20 food. But, does get some of the tempo advantage for that farm not being built. But in the meantime, these warrens are pretty vulnerable. Fleur moving in with 6 squirrels. I think the lizards will be able to take these squirrels, though, out in this open field. And so that trade going Trumpet's way, and maybe evening out some of his losses in chasing down this pig. So let's see. Chameleons coming down for Fleur very early, and Trumpet, I don't think Trumpet scouted them, but coming around trying to get something done with these lizards. Definitely sees that now. Gets another pig. So Trumpet getting some good work done while Fleur waits for these chameleons to come out. But the first chameleon's almost out. These lizards are going to have a much harder time once that's out. But got a chameleon coming down for Trumpet, and slowly Trumpet trying to move these exposed lizard warrens back to this safe protection of these rock walls. And it looks like we're going into some similar comps from both players. And what's the switch from Fleur? I think Fleur had moles last match. I don't remember seeing falcons from Fleur. Maybe they swapped the moles for the falcons. But Trumpet gets his expansion down a bit sooner. Already got 2 farms down on it. And is behind a little bit in tier 1. Both players have 2 chameleons. And Fleur with pure squirrel and Trumpet with some squizzard. And Trumpet now building up some tier 1, and while Fleur goes up ahead in economy. And throws down some more camps. So see, I think Trumpet, this is his first time scouting this kind of ninja mill over here. Comes around, sees the cabin, probably looking for some alternate routes for his lizards to run around. Checking on the farms from this expansion. chameleons and some snakes. Fleur with a bunch of food floating. Looks like Fleur's ready to go for the badger. There it is. And there's... Oh! What a good snipe there from Trumpet. Finds this little corner for the lizards to come up through. Really nice play there from Trumpet. Great value with this little lizard wraparound, just sneaking through this corner. Fleur cannot be happy about that. And well, meanwhile, Trumpet's got to be feeling really good, I think. After that kind of a trade, I think Trumpet has got a bunch of confidence. And Fleur has gone all eco now. Gonna see if they can just hold on here and then in the play for the long game. But Trumpet wants to move in right now. And taking some losses, but ultimately still got a snake up. And this snake, one snake up, with the chameleon coming in, gonna be able to do a lot of poke work here with these smaller numbers of units. He's gotta watch out for this chameleon. Chameleon gets out for Fleur, takes down both snakes. Really nice micro there from Fleur. Trumpet got a couple of his own cams out. Thinking about coming in. Yeah, not ready to head home just yet. Wants to force this chameleon out. But trades his own. So a really good initial engagement there from Trumpet, but just stayed a little too long, maybe overextended. And we can see there, huge army lead at one point for Trumpet, and now we've kind of equalized to a small lead for Fleur. Fleur in the chat, I would be so triggered. Oh, that feels bad, man. One of the first PvP matches I ever played, someone, they built moles. I thought I had a safe spot to build a boar or something, and I got moled. Trumpet sneaking around again, snatching a few pigs. And Trumpet has still not saturated this second mill, so I think that's helped Fleur kind of keep steady here. Went all out in farms after that Badger Warren got sniped. And army's starting to equalize a little bit. You can see Fleur had a bit of economy advantage for a little while. Things are starting to level off here. And both players going for 4 cams and a bunch of tier 1. Trumpet sold out of those snakes. And Trumpet gonna go for another expansion here after finally saturating the second mill. And this is gonna force Fleur's hand. Doesn't want to let this get up. The army count's a little bit in favor of Trumpet here, and that little bit is enough to take care of that push from Fleur. Really good match. Really sneaky lizard wraparound there. Well played. And Trumpet goes up 2-1, which puts Trumpet at match point. And I can find match 3. So Fleur going for some barbed wire this time, wants to ward off those lizards, and then instead of Squizzard going for the squirrel mole. Looks like a bit shorter rush distance to me than we've had for these players so far. Thought maybe Floor was looking for a sneaky spot to put down some Warrens or something. But we're just, I was going to say we're just farming up. But Trumpet, going for squirrels. Interesting choice. Maybe he's trying to make Floor think that there's lizards coming out. Has supply block them, however, so not going to rush early. But does force the response from Floor. And both players just going to go up to 8 farms. Trumpet does find a little pathway through there, but doesn't have moles. Fleur may not know that. Well, can't know that. May not suspect it. You can never be too certain. And Trumpet now adding some lizards to his Squizzard. Once again, going pretty much 50-50 on his Squizzard comp. Squirrels to lizards. Floor this time going to be the first one to expand. I feel like Trumpet's usually been the first one to take a mill. But he'll respond right away. We'll see what happens next. Looks like Floor wants to place a Warren up here. Also to make sure there's no shenanigans. And true to form, Trumpet spies a little way around here, trying to get all those lizards so none of them get caught out in the reinforcement. Gonna sneak around here. Gets one pig. Didn't see that. Oh no! I burrowed home. Trumpet burrowed home and lost 3 more lizards, so not the best of trades there from Trumpet. But you know, maybe the mind games, just knowing that you've got to worry about a lizard rush coming around behind you. Maybe that extra hesitation will help give him an edge, in addition to the pig he took. So we're gonna go ahead and rebuild this pig. Well, I don't love that. It's probably not that big a deal. Would have rather seen the pig come down on the new mill. Get a little bit better value for your money that way. We're all about value, right? But economy's even so far. And Fleur going for Falcons early this game instead of the cams. And I don't know. Has Trumpet even... Yeah, Trumpet's been back here, but I don't know that Trumpet has seen the Falcons. Guess I can't see what units we're seeing. Trumpet has not seen these Warrens. And the Falcons were in the air. Probably... I don't know. I think there's a good chance Trumpet doesn't know about the Falcons. Probably sees them now with a bunch of moles. And this Trumpet could be in a bit of trouble. Fleur's got a bit of an army lead, and Trumpet throwing down some tier 1, trying to get something going. But this burst DPS from these Falcons, I think, just too much. Nice push there from Fleur. Catching Trumpet out with going a little too heavy on eco. Very nice play. And this is going to be a really tough spot to come back from for Trumpet. But we'll see what he does. A little interesting, I think. We've had some pretty long macro games, but neither player has played their tier 3. Trumpet trying to hide his army back there. I'm not sure. He's worried about the aggression from Fleur, trying to hide what his true strength was. Wants to come in and engage. Floor takes the match. Just too much to recover from. Oops. I think I've got my... Oh no, it came off. You should be. Should be proud of the match, Floor. Great play. Okay, and so on the scoreboard that puts us 2-2, and so we're moving into game 4. Right, so this is, yeah, so we didn't need 5 because we started with the advantage. All right. So we've got my overlay back on. We've got Trumpet over here on the west side, Floor on the east side. Whole lot of terrain in between them both. Definitely has the makings of more of a macro map, but you can never be sure. So we'll see how this goes. Floor, what was the swap there? They swapped defensive structures. I'm not sure what they had instead of Machine Gun Nest, Bullet Hive, but I know that unit is new. And Trumpet got the same deck. Squizzard, Cam, Snake, Owl, and Balloon. No mole shenanigans from Floor, and we're just gonna go into tier 1. Both players going for squirrels early. Although Floor repositioned those squirrels, they were initially behind the mill, now going out front, maybe looking to reinforce and defend this mill to their north. Trumpet taking the safe pocket mill here and down to his west right away. So Floor are going to have a little bit of an army lead here in the early game. Probably not quite enough to push in and do something with. And Trumpet taking advantage of this, the protection he gets from this campfire. And going to Cams. I think Floor's going to scout this right away. Comes around, sees the chameleons. And I think Floor also got a scout of the farms. So we'll see. Floor moving in with these squirrels. Definitely got an army lead. Taking this tanking mill. Trumpet, a little out of position here. Pulling back. Wants to use these. Going to use a little bit of warn taking, it looks like. And we'll see if Floor can come engage into this. Not a huge squirrel lead, and now a chameleon's out. I think Floor's waited too long to engage, but maybe that wasn't the plan. Just wanted to bait Trumpet to engage. Bullet Hives there, getting work done. And Floor trying to get ahead on eco now. Trumpet just wants to get that one Bullet Hive down before it heals up. Does so. But Floor looking to really turtle up here and get a lot of eco in. This Trumpet is looking for a way around it. Not just gonna sit back and let this economy build up. Coming in, takes a really good engagement on that first Bullet Hive. Some really nice play here from Trumpet. Fighting in through and around the turrets. And now, I think Trumpet, I think that Floor's in a little bit of trouble here. Trying to get these Bullet Hives down to defend. Not sure how much value they got. Falcon doesn't have any supporting units, goes down immediately. Trumpet trying to keep his units out of range of that turret. And Fleur just cutting their losses. Sells the last turret, moving home. Forward mill not working out the way they had hoped. And these turrets are really not warding off Trumpet. And I think this is an ill-advised engagement there. As those turrets do enough work to bring Trumpet back home. And as things stand right now, we've got a few good engagements from Trumpet. A little bit of an overextension, but still carrying a bit of an army lead and an economy lead. So if we're gonna play things a little bit safer to home, trying to catch up on economy. See how Trumpet responds when he scouts this. Coming in for a nice deep scout. Make sure there's nothing sneaky behind there. Getting a few more lizards. So he's been all squirrels so far. Adding some lizards now and queuing up some farms. Just wants to stay ahead in economy. Sees those turrets. But still manages to get in. Get a good scout. Come around behind. Make sure there's nothing there. And come home and farm up. Nice play here from Trumpet. And Fleur feeling safe behind these turrets. Just throwing down 4 farms all at once. Getting a few more. But really poor timing. Unlucky timing, maybe. Trumpet hadn't scouted that, but decided this was the moment to come in. And without hardly any tier 1 to support those Falcons, Fleur taps out. Great match. Good stuff. And that is 3-0 to Trumpet. And that's my replays for the night. So good matches, everyone. It's always fun to see the different strategies. Yeah, let me catch up on the chat here. Oh yeah, I didn't know about that expansion. Yeah. Well, good matches there, Trumpet. It's always the yeah, no, it's always tough playing levels behind, you know. So it's I know I was definitely outmatched when I played El Verdulero Jorge. It was good taking a couple matches from him. Good games, good games. And that's gonna be all for me. That's all the replays I got. Thank you guys for